Oh, yeah, there it is. Wildstreet with One Tattoo out last week, in addition to that other single, Born to Be RLK. And with us today, live via Zoom, is Eric, Jayk of Wildstreet. Hello, and welcome back to Hair Metal Mixtape, Eric.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on the show again. Like, it's great to see you, and like last year was so awesome. So it's great to be here.
Thanks for stopping by today, man, although it's virtual. I know you recently moved, man. Where are you at these days?
In various places. But yeah, I'm still in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I'm really close. So radio
Yeah.
free.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's good to see you again. It seems like a lot has happened since we last met, man. But before we get to that stuff, dude, let's talk about these two recently released singles. I gave a brief description of these two singles before, but let's talk about them some more, man. Let's start with Born to Be RLK. Like, what's the story on that single, man? There seems to be a lot of history on that.
Well, yeah, Born to Be the was originally released in 2014 as you said, as a pseudonym. We were called Rave the Kill, right? Basically, it was me and Jimmy from Wildstreet, who I started the band with, and our friend Felix, who plays guitar. He actually didn't play guitar on the song. He sang backups on the song, but what's the difference? Like,
Right.
But like, so basically, like, because we used the pseudonym, I don't think that the song got as much attention as it deserved. And when we recorded it with Wildstreet for Wildstreet 3, it's a different vibe. So so I approached Mark from Golden Robot, and I was like, I have two songs that kind of like got that got overlooked in 2014. Can you help me? And I was like, hey, I need to just buy a little time because I've been on tour all year. So while we put these out, I've been writing. Okay, so but thank Golden Robot Records again for all they do for Wildstreet. It's like it's really cool that they put out One Tattoo and Born to Be, and Born to Be is actually doing amazing on Spotify. It's like it's rather unbelievable. Like 10,000 streams in less than a week. It's like,
that's awesome.
It's kind of crazy. Like One Tattoo was slow, but it's catching up now, and like like it's a little bit of a departure from what Wildstreet 3 was. Wildstreet 3 was a very organic rock record. These are very not organic, and intentionally not organic. Like it's very like planned and very let's face it, the influence was Michael Jackson and Marilyn Manson and Nine Inch Nails. It wasn't to make like an awesome hard rock record. Like
right. Yeah.
So okay. So I think I said enough.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, and what about One Tattoo? Like you were just mentioning, what's the story behind that song, like lyric wise and stuff? Because it's definitely like a little bit deeper there, and there's definitely, it seems like more of a, is it a love song? Is it a I don't know. I mean, tell me about it.
Well, there's a Marilyn Manson song that kind of says it all. But okay. Basically how that song came about is I wrote the entire framework of the song, and I sent my friend Felix like an instrumental. It was completely done, right? Like it needed like tweaks and whatever. We figured it out. Kyle, our producer and mixing guy, like helped us figure out like the right vibe for it. But then he sent me back some lyrics, and then we did some vocals, and that was it. And like what I like about it is it has a vibe, right? It has like it's different than all other Wildstreet songs.
Yeah, dark, almost electronic-ish.
Exactly. Like it has plenty of guitar, but like there's something that like I like about being about changing and being able to be like a lot of different things. Like
Yeah,
Wild Street is not
multifaceted. Yeah.
like we're not a glam band, we're not a sleaze band, we're not necessarily hard rock. We're where we want to be at the time. And in 2014, this is who I wanted to be. In 2021, 22 rather, who do I want to be? I want to be anything that I want to be.
Right. Whatever you're feeling, whatever comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's awesome, man. You mentioned Golden Robot Records, man. It seems like they've been a great fit for Wildstreet, man. How's that going with you guys?
It's great. Like they've been totally supportive of everything. Like really, like they're a great label and they have great bands. And it's like I try to like promote every band that they work with.
You do.
They're great bands, you know what I mean? And so like I appreciate them. Like, so
yeah, man. It seems like I feel like when you guys finally got onto Golden Robot Records, it was like, wait, they weren't on there before? Like it almost you guys should have been there already, you know, which is totally awesome. And you're right, all the bands on there are really cool. So it seems like a really good family to be in with, you know?
Yeah, it's really cool. Like I've been writing with Todd from Ghost of Sunset. Like I've collaborated on 2 songs that are done already.
Oh, awesome.
And like 4 or 5 songs total. But like it's awesome. It's really great to be able to collaborate with your label mates and also like to be able to like just promote their great songs, you know what I mean? And watch people making great music. It's cool, man.
That's awesome, man. And by the look,
I love your April Kings of the World tour t-shirt.
There it is, dude. I love it, man.
Because we used a similar design for Europe, we discontinued April. So those are like rare and like.
Oh, I shouldn't even be wearing it then.
No,
I wear it proudly though.
So cool.
It's awesome. Every time I wear it out, people always make comments on it too. They're like, "Whoa, that's an awesome shirt. Who is that?" You know, and I go into the whole spiel, you know. But dude, by the looks of your social media accounts, you guys have been freaking touring nonstop, and even through the pandemic, and then some, man. Talk to me about that, dude. Like, what would you say? Like over 100 shows?
Over 100 shows. We played over 100 shows in the U.S. and we were one of the only bands to tour Europe last year. And believe me, this was the hardest thing ever. So like I'm too busy like worrying about our tours, worrying about new music, our single releases. I totally forgot that my passport needed to be renewed.
Oh, I do remember this.
I'm lucky because Swiss Rock Cruise got changed to October.
Right.
So as soon as I got back from our June tour, I sent in my passport. I got it by the time I got back from my July tour, and we went to Swiss Rock Cruise, went to Marseille and Lyon, France, and Zurich, and where else did we play? We played Connie's Rock Bar in Lancourt, and we played Belgium with Jan. And
oh wow,
it was awesome. I can't wait. Like this year we have just as much planned. It's a little slow to start because let's face it, I had to figure out my living situation.
Right.
And I have to get new music to fans. Like so it's my responsibility. So I can't be touring if I need to be recording. You know what I mean? Totally,
man. I remember that tour here started off a little rough too, because I think the van got stolen. Remember that?
Yeah, our van got stolen in July, right? The day that we were supposed to leave for tour. Do you want to know something that very few people know? But I'm going to tell you right now because we're friends. And NYPD, the reason why I didn't get my van back is because NYPD had the wrong license plate in their So I found this out after I bought a new van.
Oh crap! So then they found it.
Yeah, they found. I could have had it back, and it was a beautiful van. It was so comfortable. Like we had video games that Jimmy built in the van, and it's crazy. Now we travel in a Chevy 3500 it's built for cargo.
Yeah, man. And did you get the stuff back that was in the van too, like the merch and the gear and stuff?
No,
right?
That was
bummer.
they stole like half my album stock from like, you know, we had just released our album and I had fully stocked t-shirts, and luckily I had about half of them still in my apartment because it was like a thunderstorm the night before, and like I couldn't carry it all to the van.
Oh wow.
They stole my custom mic stand. They stole a drum kit. They stole posters that we were not able to replace, that a fan made for us out of like just caring about Wildstreet. And
Right.
but you know what? It's okay because that was last year. It's 2022, and I got a great band that I'm so excited to play with right now. Like we last year we added Crispy Burrell on guitar.
Okay.
He's our lead guitar player. He's a great guitar player. He's a pleasure to work with. He's excited. We have Dan's away on like traveling, so we added Alex Cohn, who's if you go on Facebook and you look at his page, he posts all these videos of doing like rudiments and like hard things, like multi-hand. It's like incredible.
Yeah.
So like I can't wait to play. And you know, Don he's an amazing band member. Like he's not only a great bass player, but he also is the only other driver. So
Awesome.
and he's like the best driver ever. So he's beyond the best bass player. He's also the best driver. So needless to say, I'm looking forward to starting to play again. But I have some new songs that are going to blow people's minds.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah. So to go back quickly to the US tour part, like, what was the vibe, man? Like, I know I followed on social media, so like it felt like some shows weren't as well as attended as we wanted to, but like I kind of understood it because people were kind of freaking out over the pandemic thing and all that. But it still seemed like you guys like didn't give a crap, man, and just gave it all you got and had a good time with it, man. What did that feel like?
It was the hardest thing in the world. Basically, nobody was coming out to shows.
Oof.
So, but we still played and we killed it every night. Like, you know, we always give like 110%, no matter what. Like, even like if it's a small venue in the middle of nowhere and the sound is terrible, we're going to give you everything we got.
Yeah.
That's what Wildstreet does. The fans who came to the shows were awesome, and everyone will probably come to another show. But yeah, like attendance was crippled by the pandemic, and you know, whatever, we played 100 shows.
Yeah.
We did what other people could not do. So like,
True.
And not, I'm thankful to say this. None of us got sick or anything. We were okay.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Good on you guys, man. Totally. And while you guys were doing this, you released that 69 Eyes classic song, Mrs. Sleazy. What was that a favorite of yours from before? Did someone suggest that? Like, how did you guys come up with that one? But that's a great choice of a song too.
Let me tell you this story because it kind of goes with what we were talking about before. So Ali, who you work with, he kind of engineered that and mixed that song, right? So like in the old days, I was not very social network savvy. I didn't know anything about it, to be honest. Right. So Ali was on Twitter, and apparently there was something that Jerky69 said, like, you know, what he responded to a fan, like what the fan asked, how do I say this? The fan asked, what bands and what songs do you want to hear a cover of? Okay. And so Wildstreet, my old guys, and I figured out after the Jerky said Mrs. Sleazy by Wildstreet, we figured out how to get this done in like as soon as possible. Okay. So it has been done since I think 2012.
Oh, wow.
And which if you listen to it, you can notice the big thing is that my voice doesn't sound the same as it does now. I got like I got better since then, but the
yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much attitude, you know what I mean? So but like because we needed to release something before the end of the year. And
Right.
so I sent it to Mark, and Mark was like, this is great. And so I was like, hey Mark, just give me a little bit and let me talk to Jerky, and we'll figure it out. So I talked to Jerky, and Jerky was like, totally, I want you to release this. This is gonna be great. And yes, it was great for us. It was, and I really think our cover is fantastic.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely a not. I keep listening to it. It's a great one too, man. So you guys are definitely not done touring. I did notice you put up a bunch of dates on there. It seems like a hefty list. Like what? You're going to LA and you're gonna do some. I mean, it's not hefty, but like what is? I saw like maybe 5 to 10 shows you got coming up.
Well,
LA.
we only posted a few dates. We have a tour in May, and then the real touring starts really, because we go to the West Coast, which is going to be our first proper West Coast tour. Then we get back from there and we fly to Europe, and we're touring with LA Cobra and this band Mr. Mist, because we have a festival date in July, right, like a few days before Rockfest.
Yeah.
In Belgium. So we're going to stop at our friend Connie's Rock Bar in Landcourt again. Apparently, we're going to go to some other familiar places that we were in 2019, I believe. Yes, for the Glam and Sleaze Fest tour. But it's going to be awesome. Like, I love LA Cobra, and they're a great band, and we have fun. We're friends, and so then we go from Europe, we get back to New York, and we start our Rockfest tour, because we're playing Rockfest 2022. And I can't wait for that too. So, but after Rockfest, we're going to tour after Rockfest down to Mexico, and then tour back east. And that's the first half of the year. And the second half of the year, we will decide later, because everything depends on, it depends on where the interest is. And lucky for us, we've been growing this whole time. So more exciting offers and more exciting shows will keep coming.
Yeah, I did. You got a show coming up in Brooklyn, right? Bowery Electric, I think it is. I saw.
Yeah, that's in Manhattan, but
it is.
We're playing the 7th on St. Patrick's Day, 3/17, March 17th.
Oh wow!
Bowery Electric, and we asked our friends Suwaka and Chilton, who I've never met, but they're friends of Suwaka.
Okay.
Suwaka played with us last year at Bowery Electric, and they're so good. You should check them out. You'll love them.
That's awesome, man. That's going to be a good time, especially on St. Patrick's Day, man. It's going to be crazy. Holy crap. So you mentioned, man, you're writing, man. Are you any new singles going to be released before you guys hit the touring, or any titles for these songs that you can say?
Well, let me tell you about this one song.
Okay.
Long Road. Okay. So basically our friend Doug on Facebook said this one response to one of my posts about me and my girlfriend Jen, who Bliss My Heart.
Yes, totally.
Put out 2 singles last year. So he said this one line, and Todd's like, yeah, that would be a great song. And then so we wrote it. And the mix, the song is great. It's like so different, but it's
still Wildstreet.
Yeah, it's like it's Wildstreet, but a little different, and it's like we're releasing it as Wildstreet featuring Todd Long, right?
Oh, cool.
But it's so cool. I don't want to blow the surprise, because people are going to be like, man, this is so good. But we finished 2 songs so far, and we have mixed by John Wyman and mastered by Howie Weinberg. And the second song is in the final mix
stages.
Yeah, we're just we got one more mix, and then it goes to mastering. And yeah, and like yesterday, I was. Have you ever been to Mission Sound in New York?
No, I haven't, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
Well, it's like an awesome studio in Brooklyn, and my friend Kyle, who produced Wildstreet 3, and like we've been working on a song that I wrote during pandemic. It was like one of the first songs that I wrote during quarantine, and it sounds nothing like Wildstreet, but it's very organic. It's very good, like guitar sounds are everything. Big, like real drums are everything. So
That's awesome.
We'll finish it soon, but like it's going to be so good, and it's going to be so good.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. It's really exciting. Well, I got to land this plane now, Eric. But I mean, in case fans want to keep in touch with you guys, the Wildstreet page is what is it? WildstreetRocks, I think, .com, or correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, so wildstreetmusic.com. You can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/WildstreetNYC. And then on Instagram, it's Wildstreet Official. Twitter, we're just Wildstreet. YouTube, we're Wildstreet. And pretty much if you type in any search engine, Wildstreet, you'll see my face.
That's awesome, man. Dude, Eric, so good to catch up with you and hear what you guys have been up to. Everything sounds so exciting, dude. I'm really excited for the future, you guys. And I can't wait to see you again, man. I'm going to definitely try to catch you at that Manhattan show on St. Patrick's Day if I can. I'm an old guy now, so I don't know if I can go out in Manhattan St. Patrick's Day, but maybe I'll fight through those crowds to get there, dude.
Just let me know. I'll make sure you're on the list. Okay.
Awesome, man. So good to see you, dude. And thanks again, man. Thanks for coming on, and keep rocking.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, Eric. Talk to you soon, dude.
Yep. Bye.
Take care.